Hello and welcome to your motorhome for 6 persons. I'm going to show you now in this video how to operate a vehicle, and I hope that it helps during your travels here in Iceland. First of all, let's have a look here in the driver's cabin. Driving a motorhome and a normal car is no different. The only big difference is of course the size of it, and also you have that you have the handbrake on the left side but not the right side. So that's basically it. And also lights are mandatory in Iceland day and night, and you have to have them turned on every time you drive, and of course remember to turn them off while you're stopped. It is just a flip of this switch over here. You can just flick them up when the lights are on, and then down for off. Everything else is like normal. And yeah, this over here you have the fuel cap. The car takes diesel, and you simply open this here with your finger, and then you take the big key, the same for the ignition, and you open the cap with that key. This here is a filter for the heater. When you turn on the heater, this here makes an oohing sound, and if you think your opinion is that it's taking a long time to get warm, you can always come out here and listen. If it's making a ooh sound, then everything's fine, just give it some time. If not, you might have to give us a call and we will advise. Here next to it is the plug for the cable. We do recommend that every time you stop at a campsite that you plug it in for electricity, because the plugs inside the motorhome to charge your phone and your laptop and tablets, they only work when the cable is plugged in. Also, it's very good to just keep a good juice on the batteries, and that's why we recommend that every time you stop at a campsite you plug it in to charge. Here is where you fill up your water. This is the fresh water for the sinks and the shower, and even to flush the toilet. You simply, on the campsite, take the hose that they offer there, stick it inside this hole here, and when it starts spitting out water, it's full. Easy peasy. Down here is the grey water handle, and this is the wastewater from the sink and the shower, and this you have to empty on the campsites. There is a specific place that you drive over, and there you can empty it. Then there's the toilet box. This is the most fun part of the travels. This needs to be empty when you drop off the vehicle. The way to do it is always on a campsite. They offer you to do this in the same place where you can drop off the grey water. And as you can see here, there is this small leverage underneath the box. The blue leverage here. You simply pull that up, drag the cassette out, take it all the way out, and there is this nozzle here on the top. Take that to the side, open it up, and then you can dump it. Not as nasty as it looks. It won't let me take it out now because the toilet is open on the inside of the vehicle. So be careful that you close the cassette from the inside before you try to take it out. Here is then the gas compartment, and you use the propane gas for heating the vehicle, for heating the water, use it for the stove, and you can also use it for the refrigerator. So this is your most valuable player during your travels. This works like any other propane gas tank. It has a screw top on the top. I can show you here. Take these off. And as you can see, it has this screw top. It says open and close on the top. And simply remember to open it before you try using the heating of the car, of the water, the stove, or if you want the refrigerator made cold with the propane. Put this to open, and then you can use everything on the inside. If it's not open, you cannot use anything at all. If you have to exchange the bottle during your travels, you simply put it all the way to close, disconnect it from here, take it inside the next gas station, tell them, hey, I need a refill. They take the old one and give you a new one, and you're good to go. And you can see the level of the propane through these small windows over here if you put your flashlight up against it. Last thing here on the left side is the luggage storage, and in here you will find your spare tire and the extra mattress for the beds to make the third bed. Some of the cars have an extra wheel, and the other ones they have what's called a pump and go system. The pump and go system simply inflates foam into the tire, basically repairs it on the road, and then from there you can give us a call and we can advise you where to go to get it fixed properly. But depending on what the car has, the spare tire is either here or the pump and go system is in the doors in the front in the driver's cabin. Let's take a look on the other side of the luggage storage. That's right over here, and there is one light here that we can turn on. I have to turn it on from the inside. The cable for charging the vehicle is here, the one that you plug in on the left side that I showed you earlier. The tools for tire changing are up here, and warning triangle and whatnot, and your luggage once you're in. Nothing specific to tell you over here on the right side, but this is the door to the housing area. And the first thing is of course this trash bin here, but the second thing is the step that you can pull out here. It is this button over here, simply, and if I push the button, you can see the step comes out like that. And remember to take it in before you drive, otherwise the car will make a huge beeping sound, and if you ignore the beeping sound, then you might end up knocking it off. So be careful with that to close it afterwards before you drive. First thing I want to show you here on the inside is the control panel, which is over here just above the housing door. You have this on and off switch over here, and I'm gonna turn on some of the lights here so we can see. Okay, so you see here, this here is for the water, and this is the fresh water, this is the wastewater. Then I use this button here to go back. I can press the next one, it shows me the status on the batteries. You have two batteries, one for the housing, one for the engine. This here is for the gas, so you have to turn this on before you try to use any of the gas. On is green, like that. Go back like this. Radio, if you want to control that from here. And the sun symbol here, this is all the lights, so you can manually turn them on with this scroll button here. As you can see, there are 4 lights on right now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 lights you can turn on right there. And also you have buttons around the motorhome where you can turn them on one by one. Back with this one, and then I use the arrow over here to go further right, and there is no information there, basically just climate, inside outside, settings and information. This guy over here works as a scrolling button, so you can always scroll with that. Here are just some manual buttons to turn on the lights, and if you want to save some functions like day mode, night mode, I doubt that you're going to use that. You'll simply use the on and off button. Right here is the kitchen. You have the sink over here, the faucet on top, and you simply turn on the faucet and that turns on the water pump. You don't have to do that specifically. Next to the faucet is the stove, and this works like a normal barbecue. You simply hold the button down until you hear the rustle, and then you can ignite it with a flash or with a lighter that comes with the kitchen set. Down here is the refrigerator, and the refrigerator can be made cold with 3 sources. This button here controls the source, this one controls the level, this being maximum, this being minimum, and this is the flash. Next to that is the what do you call it? It shows you whether it's on or off on the gas. Okay, so we are here. We are on the 0, so it's off. I can take it here to the plug. If the cable is connected to an outlet on the campsite, I can use the plug. The battery is next. If I want to use the battery, the car needs to be running. And the last one is the propane, simple with a flame over here. If you want to turn it on the propane, you have to take this button here, hold it in like that, and then use the flash to ignite it. Hold it in until you see the line over here rise from white to green. And that happens after maybe, let's say, 5 to 10 clicks on the flash. Simply hold it in and hold the flash in. And for this to work, you have to have the propane tank open. Okay, up here you see on top of the driver's cabin is a double bed. This one here can be made into a bed. To do so, you simply take the table off. You take this one out. You lower it down to the lower leverage, and then you use the extra pillow that I showed you in the luggage storage to make the third bed over here. The handles on the cabins, they are not the strongest, so be gentle with them. And there is this button that you push down and then you can open it. The button is to open the lock, so don't try pulling on it, then you'll break it. All the way here in the back there is a double bed as well, and over here is the heating control for the heater. And everything that you do on this guy needs propane. And before you try to operate it, you have to turn on the propane gas bottle, turn it all the way to open, as I showed you earlier. But basically, this one has this back button over here, and then the scroll button over here, which also functions as an OK button. So if I push that like that, it shows me a symbol symbolizing a car. This here for the water, and this one here is for the fan speed. So if I want to heat the car, I'll go into the car symbol with this button here, press it once, then I can scroll it all the way up to 30, and you can see that this symbol over here comes on to indicate that the car is heating. Okay, I want to confirm it's 28 degrees. Confirm it by pressing, and you see this light here stays on and is using the propane gas. Next to that is the water. I press it. It has off, eco, hot or boost. You just choose which one you want, and the same goes boost. It shows you the symbol over here that is actually heating. If I go into the fan speed over here, I can choose eco, high, and that is simply controlling how much heat you want, not the actual heat, but the fan speed. So our recommendation is when you're starting up the heater, you put it up to 30, take it to the fan speed and take it to the highest possible, and then you can lower it down if it's getting too warm. Okay, I'm gonna turn everything here off again. Let me see. Fan, eco, the water off, motorhome off. Easy peasy. The last thing I want to show you is how to use the toilet. The toilet is in here, and here you have a big closet for your clothes and whatnot. The double bed is here, and just to show you how it looks from there, if you come into the bed, the heating control is here on the right. This is the closet, and this door over here makes it possible for you to store some more things underneath the bed. In here is the toilet, and this works like a normal toilet. The only big difference is that you have this handle here on the side, and this handle is to open and close the cassette itself that I showed you on the outside. So before you go to the toilet, you have to remember to open it so that whatever you do in the toilet goes into the cassette, and when you're done, you close it. That is so you don't have a poop bomb coming up here, and that's not pleasant. I promise you that. The shower is here behind me. Over here. It takes about 15-20 minutes to heat up 3 to 10 liters of water. And if you want to take a shower, it's one shower at a time that you heat up. And they also do have very nice showers on all of the campsites in Iceland. And the swimming pools that we have in Iceland are also really, really nice. So we recommend that as well. I think that pretty much covers it. I hope the video helps you. And if there are any questions, you can always give us a call. Thank you.